Hello and welcome to Admit One, your Whenever Something Happens podcast on Rabbit Hole Media. I'm one of your hosts, Jack Thompson. I am joined, as usual, by my... It's not even platonic lover, it's just raw lover at this point in time. Kristian Lasham.
Hello.
You were waiting so long for that salute.
I don't even
buffeting,
know why I...
Buffeting.
I don't even know why I opted for a salute. I've never done a salute.
We are also joined by Crypto as well. Our very own Crypto.
But she's
been hidden by a lower third at the moment. I'm not stroking the sofa, I promise. There you go. Fuck off. In this case, to be fair, we waited for it to come to home release. Hannah says in this case you're about 3 months after Something Happened podcast. But we are waiting for home releases now.
Yeah, that's the plan. Home releases.
Because it's all quite dark.
Is it?
It does look quite dark, but it always looks dark for us.
Yeah, it's hard to judge. Okay, let me see if I can...
You're going to try and do the lights from here?
Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to see if I can make them brighter. One of them is on full brightness, so we'll bring that other one up a bit.
How's that?
Bring that temperature that way, that temperature. Oh my god, that's unpleasant for me.
How is that looking?
They're on full brightness, so that's what you're getting.
Oh, that is quite dark, to be fair.
Is it?
From what Rich just sent, that is quite dark.
Yeah, a few people have said it's dark. We've turned the brightness up, the lights up. Hopefully that's a little bit better.
We joined by an anus.
Chill, just settle. Good go. Good go.
But yes, as we said, we're going for home releases now for multiple reasons. A, because you don't often find the time or the willingness to...
I don't like going to the cinema.
Totally fair.
That's where I'm at right now, because it means having to find time, spend money, and usually for an inferior experience to what I get when I watch it at home when it comes out later.
This is fair. Because I pretty much, for all of these, I go and watch it in IMAX, so I don't really feel the time and the money, of course, but I definitely don't get...
Frightening. I would have to do it on the old colour correction thingy.
Just sit back down. You got the mouse. You got the mouse. But yeah, so obviously with Marvel is easy because of Disney Plus, but there is no DC streaming service, or Warner Brothers streaming service that we have available in the UK. So we'll just do home releases. Obviously, between my rabbit hole kin, I can. That's false. Don't do that. Yeah. It was so dark that you couldn't see her in between. Here she is. Perfect leave there.
Okay.
Stop. Let's not touch things. Okay. Buttons, brightness, and everything has been solved.
There is, believe it or not, a plan to kind of reset up a more permanent setup again where these things won't need messing with. But we're using new hardware now.
That's new hardware, but also a big, not a problem, but a big challenge with setting things up on a permanent is all things you also use
that's it.
Elsewhere that require different settings.
Yeah.
So it's not really able.
We'll get it, though. I'll work it out.
This is definitely better than the PC, though.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been far easier. There wasn't.
It just looked like you were reaching for Chris's leg, but missed. We're not watching Endgame.
Yes. There's been far less faff setting this up this evening.
Yes.
Than anything else. So.
Yes. And that included the fact that when I arrived, not a single thing was plugged in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Half of it wasn't even out of its cases. So there you go.
I believe it's just KIDA, is it?
Yeah, KIDA.
But She does usually get like this, but it just takes a while.
Yeah,
is the problem?
This is how she is actually in her normal, like day to day. But she just gets excited.
We just excite her, Rich, is the issue. But she does get like this with me. After a minute, yeah. Well, yeah, she'll probably get up and get bored of us shortly, which is understandable. I agree. I'm bored of us.
Yeah, we're not giving her treats anymore.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, we're here to talk about Superman or Super Bloke, Super Chap,
Super fella,
Super Fella, Super Lad,
super shit.
hashtag Super Shit. So we'll do our usual things. We'll start as vague as possible, and then we'll get into the grittiest of the nitties, and go from there. So, Chris, what are your 30,000-foot thoughts of Superman?
Okay, first of all, I just want. Okay, have you had enough already? Have you?
I'll open the door, you natter.
You can't see. She's not leaving. Oh dear. Right, I need to start with my. I've said before I don't have much of a history with DC and Superman. Mm-hmm. So I've not seen any of like the recent Superman movies. I haven't seen any of the Henry Cavill ones.
Okay.
Or any of him as it. I've seen like the really old ones, but long time ago when I was a kid, so I don't remember them that well. And I was never a big Superman guy. I was never into Superman. And a lot of DC stuff, I don't know what it is. And it sounds, I know how stupid this sounds. I'm very aware of it, and I can't put my finger on why it is, but I always found the DC stuff too geeky. And I know it sounds silly, but it was like, it wasn't cool nerdy, it was geeky nerdy, if you get me. It just never worked for me. However, I had a fucking great time with this movie. Both times I've watched it, because I watched it twice now. And for me, at least, with my exposure that I've had, I know obviously it's a more limited exposure to most people to DC and Superman, but for me at least, this was the first time that I felt like Superman was cool. Like it made Superman feel cool, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I thought the pacing was really good. I thought action scenes were good. The character works good. Great villain. Just an overall good round fun superhero movie with the right amount of sort of serious risk and like the typical James Gunn knows how to make a superhero movie for me.
He does. It's James Gunn. Such a bizarre filmmaker from my perspective, because he's done some stuff that I fucking love. Obviously, we've talked many times about Guardians of the Galaxy, particularly how good Guardians 3 is, but he also made Guardians 2, which is arse. So
It's not as bad as you make out. It is just not as good as what it should be, and has a fair few problems.
It's mostly problems, in my opinion, because it commits a cardinal sin, which affects the entire, like, do I give a fuck about this movie?
Does Peacemaker Season 2's had that similar problem?
Yep, which means I'm not that keen on Peacemaker Season 2 either, for the exact same reason.
I assume we'll get to that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. You need to fucking watch it.
I know, I haven't had the chance. I haven't had the chance. It's my week away.
Yes. Did you watch 7 though? Are you one behind?
I'm only one behind. It's only finale I haven't seen.
Yeah. Anyway, irrelevant. But yeah, I've had that very same problem. But this is not one of those. This is one of the good things that he's made. Yeah. Guardians 2 is still better than any of the Snyder. There's probably one or two in there that I would say is. Take that back. There are elements of the Snyderverse that I think are better than Guardians 2, but probably not any of the movies as a whole. Anyway. Yes, this movie is very good. We'll get to it fully later, but Katie had a similar thing in her reading the things of not really liking Superman, the whole Boy Scout boring argument, which is from the perspective of most people who only like consume the main big movies and stuff that he's in, an absolute fair point of view, or his just base appearances and how he's represented in media in general when people talk about him, totally fair. But this is obviously going to lean more into the comics accurately, unlike Zack Snyder. So hopefully people finally start to see that he is fucking cool, and that he's as much of a Boy Scout as Cap is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It had that similar kind of feel and vibe to it of, because when, I don't know, and again, my exposures of Superman's been very limited, but he's not Mr. Perfect. He's far from Mr. Perfect in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like he gets frustrated. He's rash. He makes quips and jokes himself. You know, like he's not goody two shoes. Far from it, actually.
I also think that's more exemplified by the layer of goody two shoes that's on there. The what the hey dude that he says to Crypto is kind of a prime example. But
yeah, but he doesn't. They found that they got that tone right.
yeah.
Because it's not a nerdy what the hey dude. There is kind of like a comic element to it.
I think it is trying to.
It almost feels like he's
meant
saying
to be
it
like a
ironically
nerd
as well, in a way.
I think he is meant to be a bit of a nerdy little, just like a nerdy farm boy. But
Yeah,
but he's just also the strongest being on Earth at the same time. Other than the other guy, who is just him in a hat.
yes. No, my 30,000 thoughts are very good, thoroughly enjoyable. Both times I watched it again last night with Camilla, and I didn't. Sometimes when you do like movie rewatches like that back to back, or relatively close proximity,
Yeah, because it was only like last week
Yeah.
that we watched it, wasn't it?
even if watch one is very good, positive, watch two can sometimes go, I've just seen this.
Yeah. I had that. I risked it hard by the fact that I went to the cinema on the day it came out, and then I went again the day after.
But watching it last night didn't have that at all. Didn't just really enjoyed it.
It is a very easy watch.
It's very easy watch.
In my opinion, and I really like it. I very much like it, and it has made me very excited for what the DCU could be.
Yeah, that's the other thing for me is what it's done, because we won't go into Peacemaker details, but I really enjoyed season 1 of Peacemaker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
Which is technically part of this universe, isn't it?
Yes, there is like as they do at the beginning of Peacemaker season 2, they do the previously on and just change it.
Yeah.
So there are things that aren't there. I think the way James Gunn has described it is that his stuff that he did, so Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad, is canon from the perspective of a bad narrator.
Right. Okay.
So it's like it happened, but they got shit wrong.
Yeah.
Like
okay, I like that.
Like it happened. It probably involved Harley Quinn, but Harley Quinn is probably not going to be Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
And etc. etc. It would also be weird to have a Harley Quinn that's older than Superman and Batman.
Yes,
and so that would be odd. But
yeah, I liked Peacemaker season 1, and so far, for the most part, I've enjoyed Peacemaker season 2. Not as good as season 1, but we'll get into this later. But I have still enjoyed it. So far, the experiences I've had have all been very, very positive, which obviously hasn't been the case for the MCU for me for some time. Although, a couple of good things
picking up.
But
Hopefully
I
that's
feel
permanent.
more excited about what's to come from this right now than I do the MCU. Which for me, in particular, who's never been a DC guy, never really liked DC that much at all. Only really Batman. Is impressive actually to convert me.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen more and more with a lot of people. I think because most people's exposure to DC is going to be the movies, which have not been great, not been good at all, really, and have been just largely complete mischaracterizations of who these characters are anyway. Yeah. Like Superman being the prime example of this just aura farming tit who would let an oil tanker slide into a building and explode and knock the building over just so he could look cool as he glides over it. Whereas this Superman will fly straight into it to save a squirrel. And so it's kind of...
yeah, and I think you kind of just said it, which is what...
You say Hannah says she's only 3 years older than Superman. I fair enough. But also, Harley Quinn's quite a bit younger, if I remember the actual character. But anyway, carry on.
What you were just saying there was just sort of drilled it home to me, and the idea about the mischaracterization that we've had before. And actually, I think that's probably the thing that James Gunn is doing the best with all of the stuff he's done, Guardians included, of just really understanding the characters.
To be fair, I agree with you in terms of Superman. The only reason the characters are like this in Guardians of the Galaxy is because of James Gunn, though.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily mean from transition from book to screen or page to screen, but just in the concept of filmmaking, understanding the characters and their role and what they're doing.
Oh, I see what you mean.
The characterization is very, very good.
I understand what you mean.
And because the strongest thing of Guardians is the characters. Without those characters and the relationships they have, those films would suffer, as proven by Guardians 2 when they're separated. So, and I think his Suicide Squad, although I don't remember absolutely loving that film, the characterization in it wasn't one of my complaints. I enjoyed the characters.
Yeah, it's fine. I think that film's fine. I don't love it the same way everybody else seems to, but it's fine.
Also, this movie...
But yeah, the characters are cool. A lot of the characters are cool.
Automatically a high scorer because it has Nathan Fillion in it.
That is true. You cannot go wrong with Nathan Fillion. I love Nathan Fillion. And he's in it way more than I thought he would be as well.
Do you know what? Camilla, we've had this argument before. Camilla, I've had like almost divorce level arguments where she doesn't get the Nathan Fillion thing. And you've mentioned this to you, haven't I? She doesn't get the Nathan Fillion thing. But when he cropped up yesterday, even she smiled and laughed. And was like, yeah, Nathan Fillion's in it. And she really enjoyed it. She said she really enjoyed him. I was like, see?
He was great. I'm glad that he's
He is ruggedly handsome.
He really is. Even with a blonde bowl cut. Who knew?
Was it 398 women?
Oh, it's something like that. Yeah. I love Nathan Fillion. I'm so glad that he's going to be in Lanterns as well. He seems to be getting a bigger part in this DCU. And good. As well it should be. It's about time that... James Gunn gave him a bigger part in his movies. I mean, he's in all 3 Guardians movies. Like, he's always there. He's in the Suicide Squad. Like, he's always there, but never properly front and center. Not that he's front and center in this, but significantly closer to the front.
Yeah.
And in some ways steals the show because he's Nathan Fillion. Another unexpected... Well, to be fair, Nathan Fillion is not an unexpected surprise. What am I trying to say? Delight. Unexpected delight. There you go.
Surprise also works, but yeah.
You can't expect a surprise.
Well, that's just blown my little brain.
But another surprise, a welcome surprise, an unexpected delight for the show that I didn't think would... steal the movie as much as it. Mr. Terrific is fucking fantastic in this movie.
He's terrific. Dina from T-Lau is in it. She's what the short screen time she has, she's good in it, but she's
she doesn't really. Yeah, well, she does to the point where it has specifically impacted Peacemaker. It's specific and further things going into the DCU.
What have I missed?
She assassinated a world leader. To be fair, never mind.
I don't remember this.
She flies him out the window and drops him.
Oh, the old Bavarian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
She assassinates a world leader. So that's a problem.
Yeah, war criminal.
Yeah. Well, world leader.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot those words are synonyms.
Yes. Exactly. We don't even need to name who we're referring to because it's all of them. Traputin. There you go. Where have I gotten lost? Oh, Mr. Just Mr. His just dry wit is glorious. Just he was in. I never. The only exposure to Mr. Terrific I had was in Arrow, the show, where he sucked. Major dong. Literally, actually, they made him gay, but that's not what I meant. But that's not. He was just really boring and shit, like as a character, and because it's a low budget network TV. Well, it's a network TV show, so the budget is inherently low. It was just. He didn't really get to do anything cool because it was like stand there and these CG balls will just zoom around you. And it was just really boring. But that's just that fight scene on its own. The fake wanna where Lois is in the bubble is just really fucking cool with that song.
Great sequence. Really choreographed fight sequence in itself, but so beautifully shot. I think it's so well shot that it's a one shot piece that we love. I love them in these superhero movies and these fight scenes, these one shot pieces. But I love how for a big chunk of it, the focus is on Lois. Mm-hmm. She's in the foreground and also the focus of the frame. Like 'cause a lot of the action's happening literally out of focus behind her, and then will occasionally focus shift and then pull back again, and I think it's so well put together. So well put together.
I agree. Even just the bit where he just grabs the ball and floats over the bubble and then just drops it. I was like, that was cool as shit. I'm a fan. Big fan. But the only time he loses his cool is when Crypto destroys the ball. And I love it. It's so good. He's just such a cool character, and I'm very interested to see more of what he does. I'm interested to see more of all the characters. One of the big things I like about Superman is that it hasn't started a universe.
Yep.
It's just jumped straight the fuck in. Yep. It's just like, these fuckers have been fighting around for 300 years. You see in the Hall of Justice where they're all hanging out, you can see on the wall there's all these old, a mural of all the old heroes and everything, and it's just, we're just jumping straight in.
I really like, that it's also not an origin story for Superman.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, Superman's a thing. He's been going for a while. This is Superman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that as well.
Yeah, I mean, origin stories I think people are getting sick of. I think there's probably going to be a couple of origins in the DCU.
I think sometimes it's important if it's a completely new character that we don't know or haven't really seen.
I mean,
I think it's sometimes important.
I think it depends on how front and center the character is going to be, because you don't see anyone asking about Hawk Girl.
No,
because her origin is mental, depending on which Hawk Girl it is. I can't remember which one it is.
Yeah, it's only if it's a lead character, I think.
Yeah, but depending on, I can't remember her actual name in the movie, but depending on which one it is, she's either she's an alien like Clark, or her and Hawkman are constantly reincarnated and have been around since ancient Egypt and are just constantly reincarnated. And either way, bonkers. And then obviously, Green Lantern. Green Lantern doesn't take much of an explanation, I suppose. There is a whole universal-wide space cop force, and they just pick people. People get chosen based on their Green Lantern is will. There's a whole color spectrum of lanterns. It depends what that color is on what you need to charge the ring. Yellow is fear, and red is anger, and pink is love. Right. I don't know how the Black Lanterns are dead. Anyway. What the fuck were we talking about? Oh, yeah, not another... Origin stories in general. This is why we're called Rabbit Hole. Yes. Yeah, Richard said, love the Green Lantern flicking the bird to smash up the tanks.
Everything with him, all of the fucking like with the big fucking lizard man thing, and that he just puts giant oven mitts on him. And it's the way that as they're going through the fight scene as well. She's like, "I need help." He's like, "I've made oven mitts." It's really good.
That thing that pokes it in the eye as well.
That's so funny.
The kaiju.
That's one of those little bits that kind of isn't funny on paper either, but somehow just
It's just because it's stupid.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny, because
A
like
little sound effect.
when you see things like that written down, you're just like, that's just dumb. But then when you see stupid shit, it's like in the background where they're hit in Clark's flat, where they're having a heart to heart, and just that. See that big space imp thing, like a dimensional imp, I think is what he calls it, was like in the first promotional photo we ever saw of
Right.
Superman. It was like. It was the first time we saw the suit, and that was in the background. So everyone was like, "Oh my god, what's happening?" La, la, la. But it's literally just in the background, being hit with a glowing green baseball bat, like just in the back. And while they're having this heart to heart, and that's the sort of stuff I like. Like normally, one of the things James Gunn does that I don't like, and it can happen, is undercutting himself with comedy.
Yeah.
He always says that he doesn't write comedies. And he doesn't write for comedy. I'm just like, but that was one of the things I didn't like about Guardians 2 the most, is that every moment was undercut by comedy, all the emotional stuff, and even all the action scenes. He tried to make the action funny.
Yeah, I remember it's the wood scene, and it's like, yeah.
Like that could have been a really cool scene of just Rocket going absolutely apeshit and taking down all these Ravagers, but no. But anyway, like I think he kind of nailed it on this one. Whereas, like, you're having the heart-to-heart emotion that is in the background.
Yeah,
you can kind of see it, and you can laugh at it if you want, but you can also kind of just ignore it. And it doesn't interrupt. He does do it at the end. We'll get to it, but it doesn't. It's not as bad, in my opinion, as some of the others. I'll just say it now. In the middle of Lex's speech, Crypto just takes him out.
Oh no, I like that.
It's like it's not as bad. Like I think they actually let Lex get most of the point of his speech out, as opposed to just completely cutting off. But it did.
I know. I also like, because actually, I actually do think there's like there's some deliberate meaning to that as well. That he's so caught up in what he's doing, and that he thinks he's in charge of everything. One, he's just oblivious to what's actually going on.
Oh yeah. Like that's what like there is. It
but
works.
Also, like fucking Crypto is.
I love Crypto.
Fucking movie.
I love Crypto so much.
They really just nailed having a dog. Like my favorite scene with him is actually when they've escaped from like this pocket dimension, and Lois is then going to try and fly the thing.
Oh yeah, and he just gets on his lap,
sat on her lap, just in the way, completely oblivious. And there's all these like really subtle little animations with him, which is just so having a dog. Like he's just sitting there looking around, and then like the little things pop out that she holds, and he's like, "Oh, okay, what's that?" And just like it's all just really subtle little stuff, and I loved it. So good.
Yeah, I love Crypto. I think
the little ear comes up.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is Ozu. That is James Gunn's dog.
Because when we were watching it when you were here, there was a point where Keita was stood in front of the TV and she had the Crypto ear.
Yeah. So that is literally they've modeled James Gunn's dog, made him bigger, and made him white. They've whitewashed the dog. No, Crypto is obviously white. I remember everybody kicking off that he wasn't a Labrador. It's like he wasn't originally a Labrador, so go fuck yourself. But anyway, yeah, I love Crypto so much. I think a dog with a cape is just adorable. Mm-hmm. A dog with superpowers is terrifying. And a dog as much of a shit as that one with superpowers is even more terrifying.
All the stuff of like when him constantly trying to deal with him as well, and like being so frustrated by him, but then like the unconditional bond you have with your dog that was there for it. I just thought it was so good. Just like the amount of times he's like, Crypto, no, down. Like at the point when he's trying to get him to fucking save him out of the Proton River thing, and he just comes up and he like tells him what he needs to do, and it's like he's paying attention and gets it, and just starts licking the baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Katie says, when I saw the trailer, I thought he was going to be a terrible CGI and an awful character, but he was better than I had expected. I think he's actually better CGI than pretty much anything Marvel has done.
I agree.
By the way, what was the significance of the mid-credit scene picture? I think it's just meant to be cute.
Yeah, I think it's just meant to be cute.
Yeah. I don't think it's meant to have any meaning whatsoever. Yeah, I think there's no significance. I think it was just meant to be cute. They can both survive in space. Mm-hmm. So, why not have a sit down on the moon?
That's where I'd go.
God, yeah, if you could,
Yeah, as far away as possible.
all the time. I mean, Superman can have a sit down in the sun if he wanted to. Like, not for very long. It would eventually kill him, but there's a whole storyline about that. Maybe we'll see it one day. And it's called All Star Superman. There you go. Yes, I think Crypto is some of the better CG than most of what Marvel's been doing these days in their entire movies, and that's just on a dog. I think the CGI in this was mostly flawless. I think. I don't think I ever saw a bit of CGI where I was just like in this. Whereas like at least once in Marvel movies these days you do.
It's a bit rubbery.
Yeah.
No, the whole movie looked great, like from start to finish in every essence as well. It looks absolutely fucking phenomenal. Really beautifully shot. Great use of color.
The scene where Superman's flying through the ice at the very beginning, his hair is CG in that completely. Yeah. Oh, and his cape, obviously, but that's pretty standard.
There's a shot, the typical Superman slow motion save a child from an exploding thing shot.
Yep, that's great.
Which is it's just so fucking good, so good. There's also, do you know what? Talking about like that kind of stuff, there's actually some really nice, like subtle bits of just good cinematography work in this movie. Like we were talking about it with that fight scene, that one shot where the focus is, not on the fight scene and stuff. But there's loads of like almost Edgar Wright level, like cuts and transitions. There's a brilliant one where, like a conversation finishes. I can't remember who it's with, and then like they shut a briefcase, but then they do like a quick couple of cuts of a close up of the suitcase being shut, then a close up of the lock being like shut, and then it's a close up of a door lock opening, and then the door opens, and then the next scene continues, and like to like blend all these transitions. And there's
it's very Hot Fuzz, isn't it?
Yeah, it's yeah. And there's one where there's like someone goes to step away from something, and as they step, then there's a close up of a foot splashing in a puddle, but that is a different scene with a different character. So, but it's done so seamlessly of like the step into that step shot, and then it's a different scene altogether. Just some really nice breaks, so you're not completely jarred out, but it's interesting to watch as well. There's loads of little bits like that, all really good stuff. I like that kind of stuff. I like that kind of filmmaking.
It's because you don't see it very often either. That level of just, I don't really like just that interwoven editing style.
Yeah,
of
just thinking
scene
about
to
every
scene.
shot. Like the one of my favorite scenes in this movie is actually early on when you first realize that Lois and Clark are together, and she knows who he is and everything. And
in the flat.
In the flat, and when she's doing the interview with him, and that's generally one of my favorite scenes in the movie. There's some great dialogue in there.
It's also like a 15-minute talking scene in a superhero movie,
which remains interesting.
Yes.
But it's some really good dialogue. It's some great character moments in it. It's good for setting up relationships and helping to build towards the stuff later on. But even all of that is so, you can tell it's so carefully thought about how it's shot, because there's so many really nice shot sequences in it and really nice camera movements. Great set blocking and just like loads of, just so it's so that it's what we just said. So it's a 15-minute long talking scene in a superhero movie that doesn't feel boring. It feels like it's moving with pace as well because of the way it's being filmed and the way it's being cut. And again, it's nice to actually see that, because you don't see it very often.
No, I also think it's some of David Cornsworth's best acting in the film as well.
Yeah.
That
Really,
scene.
really good. There's some
You properly show the switch between Clark and Superman.
Within a couple of lines sometimes as well, and the back and forth. And I really like also what's going on in there. So much stuff that's setting up for the rest of the film. Like there's the references in there about to the social media stuff, which and the hate campaign online, which you then see later on with the
monkeys,
monkey farm and stuff like that. But it's all these little setups and things. But
I don't know if you caught it, just randomly, his alien that he uses to like drive that little hover platform thing. He has a photo of him on his desk,
right?
As one thing, and he's called Mr. Handsome.
I presume that's James Gunn's brother in there.
I don't know, to be fair. I don't think that would be character 4 in the DCU so far, which is nepotism on drugs.
Those type of characters is normally
I assume he's all
Sean Gunn.
Sean Gunn, yeah, he's He's in this.
Yeah,
Very, very briefly in this. Obviously, he's very, very briefly as the same character in Peacemaker as well. But he's two characters in Creature Commandos as well.
right.
He's Weasel and G.I. Robot.
Yeah, well, he's Weasel in Suicide Squad, isn't he?
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, no, all good stuff. Like all of that. Yeah, and I love, as you say, his dialogue in that sequence is really good. But I think his acting throughout it's great, and the way. And obviously the
he has
scene,
perfect Superman face.
Yeah, and the scene that kind of came a little bit viral after the behind the scenes clip.
Oh, with him
of his
discussing the monologue.
Yeah.
At the end. Yeah.
And it's only a short little monologue. It's only a short little sequence, but it is delivered really well.
Mm-hmm.
It works really well for the moment. And it's nice. I don't know if anyone has seen that behind the scenes clip, but for references, when he's delivering the monologue to Lex about how he is human because he feels pain and frustration, and that's what Lex doesn't understand about him. The behind the scenes footage is showing him delivering that far straighter, or trying to deliver it straighter, but the direction being you need to be like this, and him questioning James Gunn and them having quite a heated discussion. It's not an argument, it's very much a discussion.
Passionate.
Of essentially, oh my god, what's his fucking name? The actor's name has just escaped me completely.
David Cornsweet.
Yeah, thank you. With David sort of not agreeing with the direction and not understanding it, saying like, surely if he's coming in now, he's confident, he's calm and contained. But with James Gunn then trying to explain to him, he's like, no, that's the whole point. You're showing him that you can be vulnerable, and that's what's human about you. And it's a really good interaction to see, and watching James Gunn work out how to describe it to him, and then almost like a switch turn. There's like this bit where David sort of goes, all right, yeah, cool, got it, and just goes in and then nails it.
And then does it, yeah.
And it's I'm really glad that they got that, and to see that, because you often don't see those kind of actual real life interactions that go into making a film.
I love that shit. The behind the scenes shit I've always loved, which is why fuck you, Marvel, because you got rid of Assembled, which is honestly, in the last few years, it's the best thing you put out, is your behind the scenes of how you made these less than stellar projects. Yeah. But they've just stopped doing them for some reason. But thankfully, there is an hour-long behind the scenes thing on the
I do feel like
those
behind the scenes things are always focusing on like the technical side of it. And like the costume design and the set design and how
that is a lot of it, but obviously that stuff is in there. It's a lot about the actors talking about the character as well. I
love seeing like those actual those real life moments though, like candid real life. This is what the sort of discussions they're always having all the time, but we never see.
Yeah,
and it's just really cool to see it.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. I also discovered that the digital copy of the Batman I have has a 55-minute behind the scene making thing of as well, and I was just like, oh shit! I was like, why have I never looked on these to see what's here? And then discovered all sorts of shit. So I just ended up on a behind the scenes watching spree when I did that. But yeah, I think I love that shit. I love seeing all of that stuff, all that behind the scenes stuff. I will say I have one. It didn't really turn out to be a negative because it didn't really affect. But it was the one thing where I was like, okay, because we pointed it out and critiqued Marvel on it a lot of times. So it's only fair. His fight is against himself.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it's hard to be a comic fan with superhero movies because obviously this was designed as a surprise,
right?
But Ultraman in the comics is just a different version is an evil version of Superman. Like,
oh, I've dripped on my mouse.
You silly sod. So obviously the second they were like Ultraman's in it, I was like, okay, that's him. He's not a clone, but he's a multiversal version of Superman, and he has his own suit, and they have their own evil Justice League, where Bruce Wayne is like Owlman and what have you. So that wasn't really bad. Yeah, it's kind of just, he's fighting yourself. It's a bit...
It's just, it always feels...
I know he couldn't just fight Lex. But that was a bit like... But even so, it didn't really affect my opinion on the movie. It was still cool. The fights were still cool. And what have you. A lot of those fight sequences. I love how they, since Man of Steel, all these superhero movies have thrown in a line about evacuation or a quick scene about evacuation, or like, oh, they're alive, just unconscious, like with the engineer when she got the body slam of her life. It was.
Oh, the fucking the nanite stuff that's in his lungs that he pulls out of his.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like when you get a thing like a singular strand of spaghetti down the wrong way. That's bad enough, but that's on steroids. Yeah, none of that. What this is a joke that we made when we were watching it, but also I then saw a meme of it, so I had to send it to you. Is why didn't the engineer just turn around?
Yeah.
At the beginning where she does that weird like morph thing where she
Just like does a backflip handstand and then just like inverts
morphs her
herself
legs
and,
into her head and vice versa. It's like, that would have been way quicker to just turn around,
Or you probably could have just morphed yourself.
facing the other way.
Yeah.
But no.
Which might have. I think that actually might have looked cooler.
It did look a little bit silly. It did look a little bit silly. Okay, I said that.
I genuinely think it would have looked cooler if she had just morphed herself to be the other way.
Yeah, like where her face appeared from the back of her head. Yeah, yeah. But there's the weird fucking handstand thing that just. Okay, you're overthinking it there, gal. But oh shit, that was gonna lead me on to something else, but I can't remember. Oh, to be in your 30s, my brain shot.
My brain. We haven't spoken at all about Lex Luthor yet.
We haven't. Very good. Nicholas Hoult is a great actor.
Fucking excellent.
In everything. So no surprise he's great here as well. He did audition for Superman. But one of the behind the scenes things as well is just like I got a call to be Lex, and I just remember thinking, while I was reading the script, I was thinking I'd probably be better as Lex. But yep, very glad he's in it, and I'm kind of glad that air quotes Superman 2, even though it's not called that, it's called Man of Tomorrow. It's kind of about him and Lex.
See, I also just want to talk about Nicholas Hoult, and yeah, his performance in this is fantastic, and he is good in everything I've seen him in. He's a very, very talented actor. But I had to remind myself last night that he's English, because his American accent in this is very convincing.
It is
very, very convincing because he started in Skins. As I was just telling myself last night.
It's not what he started in, but yeah, it was one of his.
That was his like big, yeah.
Yeah, because he was in About a Boy with Hugh Grant.
Yes, I'm on his Wikipedia, correct. I was just fact checking myself. I had my memory.
Yeah, Skins was the big, like, of his adult life. Yeah. His first big break. There quite a few of the Skins actors have gone quite well. Dev Patel.
Which one's Dev Patel?
Dev Patel was the Indian chap.
Yeah, but what's he doing now? I don't know.
He was Slumdog Millionaire.
Ah, okay.
Monkey Man, Green Knight, and things.
And obviously, I can't never say her name, but KS go da 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 da.
Fucking who?
KS go da 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 da.
I was going to go with Jack O'Connell. That would.
She was Effie.
Has she?
KS Scodelario.
Who? Picture me. Oh yes, not quite as much as the others, but yes, she has.
No,
she's done very well for herself.
Yeah,
absolutely,
that's a big thing. She's in Pirates.
I can't even remember who else is. Oh, she's in Pirates, isn't she?
Yep.
She's in like 4 and 5.
4, and she's in Wuthering Heights.
Don't know what that is.
It's like a period drama thing.
I see. But yeah, I see her pop up in things all the time. So she's still doing very well for herself. Jack O'Connell is the one that's kind of skyrocketing lately. He is remarkable.
Jack O'Connell.
Joe someone was in Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Joe.
Oh, yeah, he's like almost he would do really well anyway, and then almost like having a bit of a comeback, isn't he? Jack O'Connell.
Jack O'Connell was always around, but he's kind of in a lot of big. He was in The ditzy girl was also in Game of Thrones. Oh yeah, she is. She is. She's the one that. Daniel Kaluuya is who I was thinking of. Was also in Skins. Yes, he's doing very well for himself.
One of the girls from Skins, it was like one of the twins or something. I think she was a twin or something. Has actually just gone on just doing OnlyFans now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Good for her. And I know who you mean. The Joe someone. I do know who you mean. He played Chris in Skins, I think. But he was also in Game of Thrones. He played like the blacksmith's son or something.
To be fair, everyone's been in Game of Thrones.
That's true.
I was in Game of Thrones.
Oh, were you? Oh, cool. Were you the dragon? Getting ridden by what's her chops? I can't remember. Amelia Clark. Got there in the end. Anyways.
Did I?
You say it in the end as if it wasn't immediate. But no, Lex was fucking phenomenal. He had many a great scene, and all of those scenes showed a completely different element of his acting ability. Yes. Whether it was just rage or being an absolute suave motherfucker, where like there's two moments in this where I just went, Bond.
Yeah.
The one with the gun where like he did the rolly thing and he just kind of held the gun like kind of across his face that moment, and he was in a tux. I was like, if you had hair,
yeah,
which obviously you have the ability to gain, Bond. And then the other one was when he was just walking through this ice thing and he just removes his sunglasses in a way that made everyone come. And I was like, Bond.
I could see him as Bond.
He could really, I think he would make a fucking fantastic Bond. If I could choose two, like the final two, it'd be him and Aaron Taylor-Johnson would be my two finalists.
I think he was very convincing as the smartest man in the room in this movie, then.
Well, he's the smartest man in the world.
Well, I think he was convincing.
Yeah.
The performance of it was.
Yes, but
was very, very convincing. I did enjoy actually. One of the moments of him I think is actually the best. It's a really subtle part. Is when he's interrogating Superman with Malik and doing the Russian roulette thing.
Hannah says, "Are you saying you thought he was better at Lex than Jesse Eisenberg?" Yes. Do you know who else would be better at Lex Luthor than Jesse Eisenberg? Just my rectum. Not even me. Just me. Just a camera pointing straight at my ass. There you go.
It is bald.
I was saying I was doing squats over a bottle of Nair. Anyway,
so then he's doing the Russian roulette thing with Malik. And then he does the
Mally,
one.
yeah.
Mally, sorry. And then this just on the second one, and he shoots him, and the way he reacts is, "Oh, that was over much quicker than."
Yeah.
Like, it's such a good line delivery. It's such a good line delivery. There's so much of that. Just little subtle.
I like the fact that they actually showed that Lex is completely emotional as well. He has absolutely no control over himself, and
he's very self-aware of that. Like, I like the whole thing where he's talking about envy, and
it's like yes, obviously, like yeah,
I'm very aware.
He's too often like portrayed as this really like held together businessman. Like he's entirely just smart and everything is just ruthless and selfish, and which he is selfish completely, but it was but like even in a lot of the comments he's completely out of control.
It's not bald enough, Hannah. Carry on.
But he's always portrayed as this just typical, like, evil businessman, very well put together, very well composed.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that he's just a little bit unhinged. Like, he's incredibly smart, but he's completely unhinged and he's lost the plot. That's kind of...
There's a moment where I feel like he's channeling a little bit of Nick Cage as well. There's a couple of moments where I feel like but there's one in particular when like he's calling out the fights.
1A!
Yeah.
1A!
1A! It really had a Nick Cage kind of vibe about it. I don't know, just did.
Yeah, well, Nick Cage is very good at shouting like a madman.
Yeah.
So that's because I truly believe he's a madman. But yeah, that is a fair.
Have you seen that? I can't remember
comparison.
what movie it is, but there's a classic Nick Cage movie where there's a whole sequence where he just recites the alphabet. and he's getting like more and more angry and like over and eccentric as he's reciting the alphabet. It's very good. I'll show you later.
Yeah,
it's a fantastic bit of acting.
I don't think I've seen that. I've seen quite a few Nick Cage movies, but I don't think I've seen that one.
The movie, I've can't remember.
But yeah, fucking Nicholas Hoult, excellent. We also haven't talked about the nerdy man who gets all the women.
Kiss.
Oh, I've definitely not seen that.
And yes, I wanted to bring up Jimmy, the nerdy dude that seems to be making all the girls come. I'm assuming. I don't know what just happened to my body. I'm assuming he's going to be another character later on or something.
Jimmy Olsen? No, not really.
Why is all these girls so obsessed with him?
I think that's just meant to be the joke that no one really gets it. Because in the movie, they don't get it.
Yeah,
either.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Lois keeps calling out, like, "What's happening?" Like, yeah, and it's just, and even like he's walking down, and all the hookers are just like,
yes, yeah. That's why I'm wondering if it was like a build to something.
No,
tease or something.
Like even all of his comics are just Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. That's literally that's literally all it is. He is a photographer.
Nerds are hot now, though. Don't forget, nerds
Yeah.
are the cool hot ones. So.
The world didn't get the memo about me. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd who's eaten too many nerds, though, is the...
As in the actual nerds.
Yeah. That was the joke. I don't eat them. They're disgusting. But
It is Vampire's Kiss, Rich. You're correct.
I hadn't considered him for Bond, but you're right. Him, yeah, I agree. But no, they're giving it to Tom Holland. And if that happens, I'm burning something down. Probably Amazon.
I agree. I like Tom Holland, but I agree. No on the Bond.
Yeah, I agree. He's completely wrong. Completely fucking wrong. And the other guy was American. Like, get fucked. You could literally anywhere else from the world. I don't care. You could like hire someone from like the deep Sahara before you hire an American to play Bond, please. Aaron Taylor Johnson would be great. He's amazing in Bullet Train. Aaron Taylor Johnson, I feel like gets shafted all the time with a lot of his movies.
He does.
His own fault. Like he picked some bad movies, but he's also picked some great. He's picked some but what was the Craven? Why the fuck did he agree to do that? Mental. But yeah, Bullet Train's great. It's good fun. Good fun. He's very good in 28 Years Later as well. Sorry, 28 Inches Later as well.
Ooh.
I call it that because one of the alpha of the infected is running around with a weapon of mass destruction flopping about.
Fair enough. Moving on. Another thing I want to praise the movie for is a sensible aspect ratio.
Yes. It's not in fucking 12:9 or
Yes, nice to see it. Nice to see it.
So I enjoy film. I'm hoping this is just a DC staple going forward.
Peacemaker, actual full 16:9. Like PAL 16:9 as opposed to...
Oh yeah, I wanted it to be yeah. So, sorry, a 409 is what I meant to make the joke as opposed to 12. That's going the other way. Yes. Yeah.
But it's weird because
which is good.
Normally, like an American TV show will have a small bit of letterboxing because their aspect ratio, their standard format's different.
Or these days they go full fucking 16:9, and I'm just like, you are designed to only
21:9 is what you mean.
Yes, full 21:9. I get confused.
Well, yes, we all get it. It's all
full letterboxed.
Oh dear.
One of the funniest moments in channel history, though. To be fair,
that would be a vertical video, though.
That would be that aspect ratio would be vertical. But so in which case, just in which case, definitely good. It's not that because that would be terrible. Watching Superman in it'd be like watching the whole of Superman on TikTok. No, thank you.
People probably do that just in clips with other random music.
I don't want to know. It's like the younger generation. Oh my god, the younger generation who only watch movies on their laptop.
Oh yeah, there's a guy at work who does that. Who's not the younger generation, and he's bought a MacBook specifically so he can watch Alien. And I'm like, you're clinically insane.
TVs are cheaper, you prick.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
Fire him.
Carney's the tech. He's a really important, crucial member of the business.
How can he be a tech if he's a fucking moron?
He's guitar tech.
It still requires a level of intelligence that he clearly doesn't possess. But yes, if like some TV shows are just fucking, let's put a massive letterbox on it, even though this is only ever going to be seen on a fucking TV. And those people are cunts.
I agree.
Especially, what was I watching the other day? Because it was fucking, I think it was Marvel Zombies.
All right.
It's fully letterbox and it's animated.
So they don't have to draw as much picture. It's cheaper.
Get fucked. It's an animated TV show. What the fuck are we doing? Make it fill the TV. I need to fucking uppercut someone.
I feel like we argue, well, not argue, but we shout about aspect ratios so much. We need to have an actual segment of each episode with a graphic, a little theme, where we talk about aspect ratios that's in a stupid aspect ratio. But what aspect ratio it's in will change.
It'll change. Yeah.
From week to week.
No. From sentence to sentence.
That would be too hard to set up. The amount of buttons I'd need.
No, could you not just set it as like a pre-timed
Maybe.
pre-timed thing that would just change randomly in the middle? Yeah, that would that would be fucking funny. But yes, I did. I enjoyed Jimmy. He was a good laugh. I also enjoyed Lex's genius dumb girlfriend.
Yep.
She was quite amusing. Quite amusing with all of her selfies with world critical data in the background. It's always good. We haven't talked about Metamorpho. Fuck, what do they call him in the film? I don't know. What's his actual name? Because that's what they call him in the fucking. What do they call him? Is it Ray? Is Ray a person?
Are you talking about the moustachey man who's in charge of the portals?
No. No.
I don't know who you could possibly be talking about.
Metamorpho. What's his real name?
Oh my god, I came out of nowhere. Sorry, I'm 32, I'm tired.
Real name. Real needle. No, real name. Rex.
Which one was Rex?
The multicolored dude.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Of course.
I really like him as well. And his weird little baby boy. Yes, the kryptonite making man.
I like him and I like that he comes back.
Yes. Yeah, I like him as well. I like just that when he's floating around like a little gaseous head. And he was like, "Oh, you're going to cover us in liquid?" I was like, "Yes." Very corrosive acid. And it's just great.
And his weird little octopus head.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mr. Terrific had no idea what to make of him. He's with him, a green baby, a dog, and a little octopus man. Or a squiggly man, is that what he calls him? A little squiggly man, yeah. He's great. I love him. I think somehow they made him look quite good, considering what he looks like in the comics. Like, they actually made him look...
What's he like in the comics?
Well, very similar. Like, it's just... He's not textured. It's more just his skin is just... He's not as textured as he is in the show. But obviously that could look very stupid.
Oh, yeah.
But they make him look really cool. I really like him. I think he's really funny. And... just all the scenes with him in it, I think that whole escape from the Pocket Universe
really
stuff
good.
is really good.
I love that he's got Crypto just distracted by the fucking ate the squirrels.
Oh, yeah. How do you distract a super dog? Is like you beam super squirrels directly into his brain. Hannah says, every time we go to the cinema as the film starts, Jack starts muttering they'd better sort that screen out. It wouldn't really admit one with that aspect ratio around it. It's because too many times they leave it just as a small blob in the middle.
Yes,
Yes.
There is also a number of screens in Crawley Cinema with dead pixels, or where the projector isn't lined up directly with the screen and is projecting a little bit on the fucking bit underneath the screen.
Was there any relevance of the ditzy blonde who works at the planet who just always had very low cut tops? She just seems somewhat out of place.
Cat.
Cat Grant is she's just one of these in the comics. She's always been one of the employees, just like the Dicky sports guy. Steve has always been one of the Daily Planet employees who's always just kind of been around. And her thing is she's the ditzy blonde who's actually definitely the smartest one. There is whole thing. So I think she's not really like massively important in this situation. She's one of the recurring Daily Planet employees, and obviously with Perry White and what have you. We haven't really talked about Lois either. Oh, we were talking about the thing. Oh, let's fucking finish the conversation first. Yeah, the squirrels, and I also liked when they rescue Crypto, and he's immediately jumping on him. He's like, "Stop it! You're gonna crush the baby!"
All the stuff with Crypto is so good, and I love that like he's distracted by Mr. Terrific's balls.
Oh, spheres,
but it's such.
Circles are flat. I love how offended he got by like your circles.
It's so funny the way Dog's just like ball, right? And then obviously they're to call back to that later on, like Crypto get the toy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think Lois is good. She's given a lot to do, which is good. Lois has always been a character that is incredibly intelligent and has used that to get Superman out of many a pickle, and I'm sure will continue to do so as the universe goes on. But I think she was very good. I think she was very good casting.
She works really well in this. Lois. Again, there's like a character development with her as well.
That haircut should be against your vows. My what? That what should be what?
Fucking, that's such a good scene as well. I also, but that just reminded me, I really, really like the garage door joke.
Yes, it's so such a standard, like typical joke, but it just works so well. Just the shot doesn't change.
Oh, it lingers on it as well. Because when we watched it for the first time and it started, I was like, I wonder how long they're going to keep this going. And there's two ways they could have played that joke, and that both would have worked. Well, three ways. One of them would have worked as well, which would have been just cut away quickly.
Yeah.
Or they do what they did, which is it goes for quite a while and they make a comment about it. The other thing they could have done was just let it go all the way and they don't reference it, which also I think would have been very funny, isn't it?
Yeah, that is very James Gunn humor. It's just very stupid, and I love the thing. I love also the controls are easy. It's intuitive. Yeah. And she gets in there and she's like, intuitive. It's just this landscape of controls no human has ever fucking seen before. And I also love it's a very quick. It's as quick of a setup to payoff as you can get without it just being immediate. And it's when they're evacuating the Daily Planet. I was like, how many can it fit? And it was like 5 or 6. Six. And so 6 of those. It was like, Steve, come. And they go up to the thing. It immediately closes. Why don't I have a seat? That's one of the lines that gets me every time. Just, why don't I have a seat? It's just as he's sitting on the door.
On the entire time, right?
Oh, it's so good. So fucking good. I think. So going back to more like cool shots, because this one's just popped into my head. I love the eyes up here. The shot where it kind of follows him up but doesn't follow him all the way, and then he kind of just comes back down as a ball and just hits the fucker in the nose. Better.
I feel sorry for that thing.
So do I, and so does he.
Yeah, I reckon he's probably quite sweet and lovable.
Well, yeah, it was just a baby.
Yeah.
It was just a baby, and just it grew very large.
Mm-hmm. Quickly.
That's a very small distraction.
Yeah. But there's there's a bit that's like playing over in like a newsreel saying, "Oh, it was first spotted in a coffee shop at 7 foot tall and is now like."
Yeah. I love. I was saying, kind of going into it earlier. I love the fact that they've just gone full. This is the universe.
Yeah,
it's fucking chaotic. There are kaiju. There are interdimensional imps. There are superheroes of all ilk.
Yeah,
and all sorts of nonsense. There's technology we never seen before. Lex's office floats away from the.
But yeah, they're just like, yeah, this is the thing.
This is it, and I feel like
You don't need
the MCU
to
did.
have to
Yeah,
set all these things up because we've had so much sci-fi of various forms that we've been exposed to. You don't need to set all this stuff up anymore. Like there was a time where you needed to because people had never seen it before, so you question it. What's that? But like now, it's just like okay. Yeah.
I also think the origins. I think the origins we're going to get are probably going to be origins that are themselves the story. Like it's not like I think Clayface is going to be somewhat of a he's becoming Clayface, but that itself is the story as opposed to what Clayface is going to be getting up to
Yeah.
later on. So that's probably going to be a bit of because it's a Clayface is going to be a body horror movie,
Right.
so it's obviously him becoming this thing that morphs into whatever, like also to anything. So it's going to be horrific, and I'm for it. But otherwise, I think it's going to be more like we'll probably get origins like hidden among things that are already established, essentially. So I think lanterns, because there's multiple lanterns, we've obviously seen Guy Gardner already. But then you've got the main two in the TV show is going to be Hal Jordan, who's older in this universe, so he's been at it for a while. But it's probably going to be John Stewart becoming a lantern.
Right.
So it's like origin in that we know what lanterns are, so it's not going to be spending ages setting up what lanterns are. But it was just this specific person is become. So it's kind of like origin-ish, I imagine. But thankfully, as you say, we're movie literate.
Yeah.
We can
We're science fiction.
Yeah, and we can get there. We can figure it out. We don't need it spoon fed. Like I'm so glad we're jumping deep. Like Batman, we're jumping deep in that movie. He's apparently he's already got Damien. So I mean that's he's 4 Robins deep.
Right.
So
Filthy.
they're children, Kristian. Ah, dearie me. Well, 3 of them won't be anymore. One of them is an ex-child. I suppose all of them would be. Everyone's an ex-child, but I meant dead.
Talking of things that are dead, like this podcast.
Wow! Shall I get a new host, new co-host?
If you want,
That sounds like too much work for me.
you have to buy some gear.
Yeah. Some of it I could take.
Yeah.
As I paid for it, but most of it no. Anything to make the stuff I would have work would be the problem.
Yeah.
I could have this. I could have some of the PC and the camera.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I think one of the key lights
One of the key lights, yes.
and the big telly.
It's not sounding like a good setup. Yes. But anyway, what were you saying before I completely cut you off?
I was going to say, what's the plan going forward with DCU?
I think what we're probably going to do, for me, from my perspective, it's everything or just movies. And considering I think it's going to be quite hard to get you to watch the animated side of it,
I tried.
you gave it 20 minutes.
I tried for 20 minutes.
You gave it 20 minutes.
Yeah. I watched an episode. I tried.
I don't think you did. I think you had it on in the background and you were on your phone sulking. That's what I think
I was
happened.
definitely on my phone because it wasn't capturing me.
You're always on your phone.
That's not true.
I always catch you on your phone when we're watching stuff.
I am often on my phone, yeah. But I'm not always on my phone. I'm on my phone right now.
You're holding your watch.
My hand is on. So I can't.
Scrolling through your feed on your watch. No. But that's fine. So from my perspective, then it's just movies because I don't like the idea of picking and choosing.
What if you could find another person to do those things with you?
It would then be trying to put
Cohort
them.
them.
Well, that, and also put them in a ranking on things that they haven't ranked with us. And then you would then have to rank movies against things you haven't ranked
The
and watched.
ranking's been hard enough as it is.
Yeah, it's
All right, so
confusing and
just movies.
complicated. So we'll just do the movies. If we want to do like Peacemaker,
As a
whatever,
one-off.
we can do it. We just won't include it in the ranking. And then like same with like lanterns and things like that for the live action shows and what have you.
Got it.
We can just throw them in there if we want to do them.
Should we score and rank Superman?
The ranking is going to be nice and easy
Yes.
for once.
1.
Yes. And I have a feeling it's going to be there for a while.
Could well be. Yeah, definitely could well be. Because it's a very strong movie. Obviously, I haven't seen the rest of the stuff, of course, but it's a very strong movie anyway. So
It is a very strong movie. Supergirl is based off a very strong book. So who knows? Who knows? Clayface sounds great. Who knows? And obviously the Batman 2 won't count. We'll do the Batman 2,
yeah, and
but that doesn't count.
that's going to be confusing. So the Batman 2 isn't going to be part of the same universe.
No.
Oh, it's so confusing.
Is it?
Well, no, it's not.
It's just
Right, it's not.
like, because everyone's just like, oh my God, make Battinson part of the DCU. I'm like, in what way would that fit?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you can have those tones together. It's like, I'm not talking about the tone. You can absolutely have that tone because do you know what else is in the same universe? Fucking Jesters and War Crime. They're quite tonally different.
But you're right, though. Yes, you can have the
I was going to make it way worse.
No, the fucking hell was a thank God you didn't make it way worse because that wasn't.
That was my hesitation.
That was a.
My I had hesitation when I said war crimes, and that's because my brain just went the worst thing you could possibly say, and it's but Jesters was a random thing that completely popped into my head. I was thinking of like
clowns.
more like a bubbly soft play type place, and there was one in East Grinstead years ago called Jesters. That's more where I got that
Remember
from.
the Wacky Warehouse?
The name is very much in my head, but I don't know what it was.
It was a soft place.
Oh, was it? Okay.
It's gone now. It's been flattened. I drove past where the building was the other day, and it was that building, like construction walls around the building was gone. I was like, the old Wacky Warehouse is gone.
Water parks and war crimes. So you can have
Be an album name.
or a Fall Out Boy song.
Yeah.
You've got
War Parks and War Crimes. I actually might keep that. I kind of like it.
I expect royalties. That could be the
I
first
get you a
song
coffee,
we
yum,
write.
yum.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point. But I'm paying for that with Toblerone.
I've just decided we've been saying yum yums wrong. It's yum yum.
Yum yum. Yum yum. So yes, just movies. Ranking's going to be very easy. It's going to be number 1. I have news, letterbox related news related to this movie.
Okay.
It made it into my top 4.
Oh.
My 4 favorites. Superman is in that list. After the 3rd viewing, I was like, yeah, fuck it.
All right. So
I won't. I haven't forgotten.
What's your 5? What's your top 5?
The 4 favorites that I just said it was 4.
Oh, I assumed there was a number 5 still.
No, it's your 4 favorites.
All right. Okay.
literally
All
what
right.
it
Fine.
is.
Okay. So
My 4 favorite. I don't need this. My 4 favorites are Superman.
which is number 4?
It's no particular order.
Okay.
I've got it at the front because on your profile it has like a banner
I see.
from the film that is at the top, and it's just Superman and Crypto. So I was just like, I want that there. But it is. There is a theme. It's Superman. It is Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
It is The Batman.
Yeah.
And then it's Hot Fuzz.
Or fair shout and Hot Fuzz. What a good.
At first, I really tried to pick like 4 completely different, different genres, which is how I ended up with Hot Fuzz in there. But then over time, I'm just like, but really, if I was like, I want to sit down and watch like a 5-star movie, the chances are it's going to be a superhero movie. So why am I fighting it?
Yeah.
Why am I fighting it? There are exceptions. I think both Dunes are 5-star movies, if not very, very, very close. I think there's definitely some movies I've watched over the last couple of years that I'd put way up there. Sinners is a fucking 5-star movie from this year. Everyone should absolutely watch Sinners when they get the chance. It is beyond unreasonably good. What else was
My girlfriend's in it.
Miss Bishop.
Yes. saying some awful things.
Some pretty sexy things as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes. Filth. No luck catching them DCU villains then. It's just the one villain, actually. So anyway, based on that, I would put a feather in one's cap.
I was going to agree with you. I genuinely was going to put a feather in one's cap.
That's the first time we've ever given one of those.
I know. No, I think Infinity War got it.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Infinity War got it.
I think Infinity War
and Guardians
got it.
3 might have done.
Probably.
I think it,
When I rewatched it recently, because I funnily enough, I bought Superman, and then immediately went, I'm in a James Gunn mood, but I'm saving this
yeah.
for when we do the show. Whether that was watching it together or whatever, I'm saving it for when we do the show, so I'll hold off. But I've made myself in a real James Gunn mood now, so I watched Guardians 3, and I bumped it from 4.5 to 5. I was like, this is so fucking good.
Yes,
This is
excellent.
unreasonably good. Get in the fucking car. Just it's just so good. And also, just it'll throw lines like that at you and then just emotionally destroy you. For Rocket. Just somehow becoming one of the greatest MCU characters.
Although I do think actually the best Guardians 3 moment isn't in the movie. It's the clip from the press tour where James Gunn is talking about the full-size Chris Pratt model.
Oh.
And let people come and do it. He's like, you let people what? How many people do you let come in it?
That is a good moment. That is a good junket. That is a good junket moment.
Yeah.
We do have some things to read.
Reading the things. We
can't read, but we're reading the things.
Yeah.
And in one of them, I actually have answers because it included in Katie's reading the things are a couple of questions. Katie has said, I'm not a fan of Superman. I don't like him as a character. He's too perfect, has no real emotions, and comes across like awkward and robotic. Lois Lane has always annoyed me. She's never been fleshed out enough. Just there to make Superman look good and flutter her eyelashes at him. Having seen the trailer, I thought this was just another Superman film, but this time with a very CGI dog. I watched this film because I'm a wonderful wife. However, James Gunn seems to have created a more human Superman, a less annoying Lois Lane, and the CGI dog wasn't as awful as I had expected. The film was funnier too, it didn't take itself too seriously, and I found myself genuinely caring about what happened. I have questions, like, are the Raptors real people? If so, Superman seemed to not care about killing a lot of them. My answer for that one is I don't think he killed them. I think they kind of showed subtle moments of them moving.
Yes? Yes.
Our guest is returning. Oh, hello. I'm being attacked.
Go on then. Come on.
I feel the insinuation is meant to be they're not dead, but they are meant to be real people. Yes. Now here's the one I actually have an answer for, because she also asks, if Superman was launched to Earth as a baby, his planet and family destroyed, how does he know that Superwoman is his Supergirl? This is Supergirl. Superwoman is a different thing, but yeah, is his cousin. Now, let me answer with comic nerdisms. Supergirl is actually older than Superman. For various reasons, depending on whoever's writing it. They don't age when they're in their pods. So Superman comes down, lands on Earth as a baby, is raised. She was meant to come down with him to raise him because she's like mid-teens.
Stop licking your bum on stream.
Mid to
Not
late
that kind
teens.
of content.
Stop shouting over me.
Sorry.
To talk to a thing that doesn't understand you.
She does understand.
She's mid to late teens when they depart Krypton. Yeah, yes. So she's sent down with him to raise him. She goes off course and doesn't actually arrive on Earth until Superman Clark is already an adult. So she's been missing for a very, very, very long period of time. So when she actually arrives, Clark is now older than her. So he doesn't know. She knows. She remembers. She was obviously old enough to remember everything when Krypton died. Krypton died. Yeah, Krypton. Sorry, that confused me. The dog got involved there. I was like, Krypto died. What? Yes. Hello. Oh, hi.
Do you want me, whilst
Thank you.
Keto attacks you, do you want me to read Richard's things?
Yes. Read Richard's things while I'm being murdered.
Daddy Hole himself writes in and says, I really had a little interest in watching Superman, as, to be honest, I just don't care about DC, especially the films. I'd seen some reactions and became interested if James Gunn could pull another Guardians, and for me, he did. It was enjoyable, it was an enjoyable film. That's hard to say. It was an enjoyable film that made me not hate. It's been a long day.
Hate Superman.
Yes. It was an enjoyable film that made me not hate Superman. This is very much the same sentiment we've all had. Thank you for writing in.
Well, I always like Superman, but yes.
Well, yes.
In general.
Yeah.
From a movie person perspective, I think it's utterly fair to dislike Superman as a character. Yes. Up until now. You've got all the online Snyder fans who are just like, oh my God, this isn't Superman. Bring back Henry Cavill. I'm like, no. Don't bring back that wet blanket.
David Cornsweet, or whatever his name is, Corn Sweet.
Corn Sweat.
Corn Sweat is very. That's not a better name.
No. I'm just.
Corn Sweet's definitely better. We should change it.
No, I agree. He's great. He's phenomenal. Why have you come in and chose violence? Is a wonderful find, and I'm glad that he's going to be getting the spotlight that he deserves by being Superman. I'm very much looking forward to Man of Tomorrow, which is going to be him and Lex. By the seams of the concept art that they released, Lex is going to be getting his green and purple power armor. She's smelt something.
No.
Get your nose out my bag.
No, Keita. Jack's bag's in the corner with a white chocolate Toblerone in it, and Keita's entire head just went in that bag.
Do you know what else I have in my car? I've got pickled onion flavoured discos. I didn't know they existed.
Why are they in your car?
I can go get them. I just knew that we'd be having dinner, and you said you had a treat, and I had a Toblerone. I thought this is a bit much.
They must be basically like Monster Munchie, I feel.
Well, that is pickled onion, but it's more like with discos, the level of flavour is almost hospitalising. So it's like I'm very curious to see like if I'm going to get wiped out by pickled onion.
I would like to know.
Yeah, well, let's find out.
Cool.
Let's find out. Well, those are our utter. Oh yeah, discos are still. I still go for the salt and vinegar ones mainly because again, I like the risk of hospitalisation when it comes to salt and vinegar.
On your lips.
Yeah. I basically, if if you have a cut in your mouth, I want and I eat a disco, I want God to know that I have just the world will shake. She's come in, chosen violence, and asked to leave.
She's fine.
She's fine. Hello.
Keita, sit. Sit.
She's showing you up on stream.
Sit. Good girl. And the ads are here. The bots are here.
We were doing so well.
Yeah.
We were doing so well.
Keita.
Outrageous.
Down. Down. That properly. Down. Good girl. Right. Are we done?
There, I think we are. I think this is doing the ear. She did the ear. I don't think I can do it now. That's fine. We're coming to an end anyway. But those are our completely chaotically presented thoughts on Superman. We will, of course, be back for every DC movie to do our DCU ranking. It will obviously be much slower.
Yeah.
Because we've got to wait for them to come out. And then another one doesn't come out until June or July.
Fantastic Four before the end of the year.
Yes, I presume that will be November because At the end of October is when the physical Blu-ray comes.
Oh God, I don't know where the controller is.
It's on the desk.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's fine. We've got 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh
Can't read the things.
yes.
For that,
Oh, don't lick my armpit, you dirty girl. Ah, I'm being murdered. Ah. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us watch Superman. We will do that. We will obviously be back for Fantastic Four and all other Marvel movies as well. And as we've said, every stream that we've done like 2 months apart over the last several months, we would like to do more. We just need to know what that would be. And we don't.
come. We're just working it out.
Indeed. So thank you very much for watching.
So stuck under there.
Thank you very much for watching. We will let you know what the next thing will be.